Signs of a bad universal joint. A universal joint, also known as a U-joint, is a mechanical device used to connect two shafts that are not aligned with each other and allow the transmission of rotational motion between them. It is commonly used in vehicles, industrial machinery, and other applications where a flexible connection is needed between two rotating shafts. The universal joint consists of four main components: two yokes, a cross or spider, and needle bearings. Each yoke has a set of arms or lugs that are perpendicular to each other. The spider, which is a cross-shaped component, is positioned between the yokes and is connected to them through the arms or lugs. The spider has needle bearings at each end, which fit into grooves in the yokes. These needle bearings allow the spider to rotate freely while transmitting torque between the two shafts. The yokes are typically attached to the shafts using various methods, such as splines, keyways, or clamps. The design of the universal joint allows it to accommodate angular misalignment between the two shafts. As the shafts rotate, the universal joint allows the angles between them to change without causing binding or excessive stress. This flexibility is crucial for transmitting rotational motion in applications where the shafts are not perfectly aligned, such as in vehicles with rear-wheel or four-wheel drive. Universal joints are commonly found in the drivelines of vehicles, including cars, trucks, and motorcycles. They are used to transmit power from the engine or transmission to the wheels while allowing for suspension movement and changes in the driveline angle. Universal joints are also used in industrial machinery, agricultural equipment, and various other applications where flexible shaft connections are required. Universal joints provide a flexible and reliable means of transmitting rotational motion between misaligned shafts, making them essential components in many mechanical systems. When a universal joint starts to fail or becomes worn out, it can exhibit several signs. Here are some common signs of a bad universal joint. 1. Vibrations. One of the most noticeable signs of a failing universal joint is excessive vibrations, especially at higher speeds. You may feel vibrations in the vehicle's body or steering wheel, which can be more pronounced during acceleration or deceleration. 2. Clunking or knocking noises. A worn-out universal joint can produce clunking or knocking sounds, particularly when shifting from drive to reverse or vice versa. The noise may also occur when accelerating or decelerating, indicating a problem with the U-joint. 3. Squeaking or chirping. If you hear squeaking or chirping sounds coming from the driveline area of your vehicle, it could be a sign of a dry or failing universal joint. Over time, the lubrication in the joint can dry out, leading to friction and noise. 4. Driveline imbalance. A bad universal joint can cause an imbalance in the driveline, leading to uneven power distribution. This imbalance may result in a shuddering or jerking sensation during acceleration or while maintaining a constant speed. 5. Difficulty shifting gears. In some cases, a failing U-joint can make it difficult to shift gears smoothly. You may experience resistance or grinding when trying to engage or disengage the clutch, especially in manual transmission vehicles. 6. Grease leakage. Universal joints are typically equipped with grease fittings or zerks that allow for periodic lubrication. If you notice grease leaking from the U-joint, it could indicate a damaged seal or a worn-out joint. Grease leakage can lead to inadequate lubrication, resulting in accelerated wear and potential joint failure. 7. Limited range of motion. Universal joints are designed to allow for angular movement between the shafts they connect. If you observe that the joint has a restricted range of motion or if it feels stiff when manually rotated, it may be a sign of a damaged or seized U-joint. 8. Excessive play or looseness. When inspecting the universal joint, check for any excessive play or looseness at the connection points. You can do this by firmly grasping the shafts on either side of the joint and attempting to move them in opposite directions. If there is noticeable movement or play, it suggests that the joint is worn and needs replacement. 9. Uneven wear patterns. inspect the universal joint for any signs of uneven wear patterns. Excessive wear on one side of the joint or on the bearing surfaces can indicate a misalignment issue or a problem with the driveline components. Uneven wear can also contribute to increased vibrations and premature joint failure. 10. Rust and corrosion. Universal joints are often exposed to harsh environmental conditions, including moisture and road salt. Over time, this exposure can lead to rust and corrosion on the joint and its associated components. Corrosion weakens the structural integrity of the joint and can accelerate its deterioration. If your vehicle has a history of universal joint failures and you start experiencing similar symptoms again, it is essential to thoroughly inspect the U-joints and related components. Frequent or repeated failures may indicate underlying issues such as misalignment, improper installation, or excessive loading on the joint. If you are able to visually inspect the universal joint, look for signs of physical damage or excessive wear. Check for rust, corrosion, or any signs of play or looseness in the joint itself or the surrounding components. If you suspect a problem with your universal joint, it is recommended to have it inspected and repaired by a qualified mechanic. Ignoring a failing U-joint can lead to further damage and potentially dangerous situations on the road. That's all we have for you in today's video. It's very good to have you here on our channel. If you liked the video, please smash the like button and do consider subscribing if you haven't already. We hope to see you soon with another video. Until then, stay safe.